before we get into me giving my honest opinions about Goto Ryuji, is she gonna be shooting the enemies? Is okay. I'm here for it. We're about to get a gunner. Oh, this is gonna be very, very interesting to see a hunter shooting her way through. Okay, where boys? Dev might be cooking on this one. Hold up, wait a minute. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, Goto Ryuji, he's been out for a couple of hours now. I know a lot of people have been doing their testing, trying him out, giving their honest opinions. I've been seeing a fair amount of people just saying like, not what I expected. And I kind of expect that, purely because of how they did the previous breaker. You know, you just kind of thought, right, they did justice before, are they going to do justice again? It's Goto Ryuji, let's be honest. On paper, he looked very exciting for me personally. So just to give you guys a little bit of a breakdown, just to give you guys a little bit of a, build look on how you want to build your Goto Ryuji. Clearly, you want to scale off for HP. With what was shown on the live stream in terms of where it said attack scaling, just completely forget about that. Build up his HP, build up his crit damage, build up his critical rate. That's basically the main stats you want to really consider too. So I got his weapon all done up, 120. Got an extra copy, don't ask. Kind of regret getting that extra copy now, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. Level 9 on the both skills and the ultimate, and then just kind of keeping it even, a 7 across the board on his support, QTE and basic and core. When it comes to the gear sets, you want to keep greed on the first slot, and then when it comes to the second slot, you can do 4 greed or you can do expert set. So I've got an expert set and I've got a greed set. Those are the two that I'm going to be going between. Obviously with the second set, I mean, if you want to furthermore put solid analysis in, so that way you can furthermore cater to the breakage side of things, might not be a bad idea. So I'm probably actually going to consider doing that as a second slot right there. Core wise, you want to use this core, and then on the second core you want to use the red one, so that way you get the shield play with it scaling off from his max HP. I don't have good substats on this one, so I'm gonna have to run some workshop brilliant light to hopefully get something good. And then on the bottom one you want to go for the purple one, the new purple one. So that's what I would advise on the core situation. So red, purple basically. So yeah, that's pretty much the quick look just on the build situation and how you want to basically go about tackling and building up your Goto Ryuji. Now, in terms of how he plays out, so I should be putting up gameplay on the Baron side of things, because I thought I could go and proof of strong and just level 20 it, and then boom, use the green unit, see how things go without any blessing, of course. So no advantage play going on. But it seems when I went in there, it's base level, but the game said it's proof of strong level 5, so I don't know what's going on with the game. It's very glitchy, God knows what's happening. But either way, with the gameplay itself and with me using him on Guild Boss and just in general using this man, his damage output is fairly decent where it needs to be with being a tank unit, of course. So pretty much how Go came along, that's kind of how I'm looking at him, of course. So Goto Ryuji's damage is fairly decent at the very least, of course. The breakage side thing is phenomenal. In terms of him going against Jinchou, of course, his breakage power is disgusting, especially with the spam on the second skill that we can apply. That's one thing which I will give Goto Ryuji, is that his break potential is ridiculous. So pretty much again on spot on with how Go came along, how his break was kind of pretty cracked. Goto Ryuji is kind of providing us that same breakage, of course. Now, obviously, he does fully support Amamiya in terms of the third slot, given her the plus 24%. I think Jinchou only gave us an extra 7%. Right, so it's 12%. Sorry, Jinchou gives us 12% wind damage increase, of course. So I guess the trade-off between the two boys is that Goto is giving that extra 12%. Obviously, again, using the two, my Goto is very well built up compared to my Jinchou, of course. So for me personally, obviously, clear as day, obviously I found Goto Ryuji a little bit more of an upgrade, and that's kind of where I stand by it, to say that he is more of an upgrade. However, comparing him to Azel, she came in and she elevated the fire element team to a whole new level. Like, between her being a breaker, her damage output, the buffing that she applies towards Kanahe, or even Tsuyon, of course, her combo with Gina is fantastic for the fire element, for the DPS, to maximize a disgusting amount of damage. Her input as a tank unit for the fire element was just I guess you could say, over-surpassed where Emma was at. Not to say that Emma is horrible now, she's still fantastic, there's still usage out of her, but in terms of that more elevation for the fire element, Azel came in. And so looking at what happened with that character and that element, seeing Goto Ryuji come in, it's not too much of an elevation. It's kind of like, okay, he's a bit of an upgrade. That's about it. It's just a bit of an upgrade. Now, I love Goto Ryuji. I'm having a lot of fun with him. He's a fantastic character. Kind of reminds me of The Witcher with the new costume, all that good stuff, of course. I know some people are like, damn, feels a little bit like Devil May Cry. I feel you on that one. But he's just a slight little improvement for the wind element. That being said, can you rely on using Jinchul? Yeah. Yes, you can. I've seen a few people actually be like, I might just get the initial copy and just keep relying on Jinchul. You can, absolutely. No. It's still effective. Again, using him on Guild Boss, not really any need to. I also get more damage out of it using my previous build. Kanhei is just still kind of whooping ass over there, so you don't really need to utilize him on that one. And then again, just in general, utilizing the wind element team. Again, he's an upgrade, so he'll make things a little more quicker, a little more better. In order for you to kind of tackle the content, I'm not going to take that away. Gives Amamiya that slight little damage increase, not going to take that away. However, it's still usable, doable with Jinchul. Of course, he's been around since day one. I feel like a lot of people might have him built up. Maybe you've got more dupes into him. Maybe you've got his weapons duped out, of course. So, in terms of saving yourself the resources and whatnot, the summon tickets, because you want to prepare for the pre-anniversary, the first anniversary. Again, if you're free to play, you can really consider on actually not even needing to go for Goto Ryuji, only because it's just a small upgrade for the wind element. Like, Jinchul is still whooping ass. He's still doing his part on supporting the wind element realistically. So I'm just going to put it out there and say that again, if you're free to play and you're really on the fence on like, should I summon? Should I actually go for this man? Realistically, if you're not going for the A4, then there is no point, because then you're going to be losing out on that extra 12% from Jinchul. So at that point, yeah, it's the high investment that he requires. If you want to go for the A2 stat where you can maximize breakness, and that's kind of what you're after, maximizing the break because that's what you want, then go for it. Again, his DPS power is fairly decent. Again, kind of like how Go came in, right? A hybrid of an attacker and a breaker. But if you're not going to go for the high investment, I would honestly, genuinely say just stick to Jinchul, realistically. So that's my honest opinions and thoughts on this man, on what I experienced through the fights and the gameplay and whatnot. And I think that's kind of where I stand by. So cool character, small upgrade for the wind element, nothing too major, nothing too broken to what we have seen previously with previous elements. I wouldn't say it's unfortunate because it's still a bit of an upgrade, but I was hoping for my boy to be an attacker or like a DPS type character, I'm gonna be honest. But tank is cool, tank is cool. Anyway, let's go on and tackle some harder content. Alright, well, this team we're going to be taking, wait, why is he weaker? What's happening here? Oh, I'll put on a full reset, there we go. I want to really fully support. I will say Hansemi being the yin and yang, kind of like the balance between the two, because obviously you've got to keep in mind Amamiya is taking 12% more damage, of course, so it's a little bit of a double-edged sword, you know, but yeah, Hansemi does kind of even things out, balance things out, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing on having her, of course. Anyway, but I will say, yeah, Goto Ryuji Loki is badass. He, honestly, 1000% with the skin that I've got on, I feel like I'm playing The Witcher. I am Geralt of Rivia. No, I'm joking. Anyway, alright, let's do this. Oh, this does look like Geralt. Am I not? Is this not like a Witcher type vibe? Oh my god. Anyway, right, proof of strong level 20. We've got the centipede. Centipedes, because there's more than one, of course. And yeah, I should also mention that I always forget, in terms of the buffingness, it is also being stacked up on from the second skill, so it's not just the 24% that I'm getting here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at this very moment, so yeah, high break. Obviously it's on for 30 seconds, so I need to consider getting the hell out of here, get Hansemi in here, so that way she can maximize her damage output. And so we can make good use of the plus 24% and then of course the passive. So yeah, the damage is quite nice. Oh, what is going on? Okay, I was about to say, why is the game... Oh, the game was crashing on me then. Alright, second one spawned in. Does this one go away? It does, okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep Hans Amami out. Just, you know what? Let me just start doing this. You mother trucker. Thank you. Okay, so again, we're just gonna build up the power gauge. Swap one out. So yeah, Goto Ryuji's breakage power is something that I'm just avoid that. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Okay, wait. What? Oh, it's the second one. Oh my god, I was like, where's the break? Oh my goodness, okay. Houston, this is not looking good. Okay. Let me get Goto Ryuji out here. Jesus. Jeez Louise. Stay right there. I'm just gonna hit. I'm just gonna eat this because we got. Okay, I'm gonna drop the ultimate too because why not? Game. Hello. Delay. What the frick is going on here, boys? Okay. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's input lag or what. Jesus. All right. Okay. Anthony. Yeah. There we go. I'm not even making good use of all the buffs, but it's fine. Oh yeah. So there you go. That's 1 centipede down. Got to be very cautious. Okay, Goto Ryuji back out here again. Drop that. I do like on the first skill. Sorry, is that when he dips behind the enemy, that is so clutch. I'm just gonna get Amamiya straight out here, so she can just make good use of the buff. Yeah, even with non-ultimate, she's doing quite nicely. But then again, the centipedes are quite flimsy and easy to kill. So, and plus we're 400k over. So I'll let Goto Ryuji do his thing, I guess. Boom, 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 boom. Before I die, of course. So yeah, his damage output is again fairly decent. Again, for what you expected with Go, it's kind of there. So kind of expected with these type of characters how developers are handling them. As I like to say, was it a rice festival? That's what we class them. But for tank wise, yeah, no, he's doing decent sub DPS damage, of course. So yeah, that's kind of my final verdict of things. So once again, good little upgrade. He's nowhere near on how Azel came in terms of, you know, supporting the fire element. Good upgrade for the wind element, not going to deny that, of course. He himself is a decent character himself, but just to kind of put it plainly, if you are a low spender, if you are if you're free to play, if you have no intentions to go to A4, stick to Jinju. That's the best way I can kind of go about it. And then what you guys can do is then you can tackle getting him through the custom draw banner. That will be probably your safest option, because when he does come to the custom draw banner, it will actually be during the first anniversary, so you can maximize on getting the first anniversary character on whoever that might be, someone crazy, aka national level type level, or national hunter level 2, rank 2, Jesus Christ, whilst Goto Ryuji is in the custom draw banner, so that way you can maximize your tickets there. So you can save up your rate up and your draw and your custom draw tickets. That way you can tackle both elements, aka whatever the character is going to be, probably water element, of course, as well as then getting the slight little upgrade as a tank unit for your wind element. That might be the way to go, of course. Plus, on top of that, in terms of content-wise, nothing major has been releasing, and I believe the next Workshop Brilliant Light is releasing during the first anniversary, and which is going to be catered to water. So if you guys do want to focus on your water element, then you can do so. But when the Workshop Brilliant Light does release, then you can pick up Goto Ryuji as the upgraded tank in hopes of getting the new Workshop Brilliant Light done. Unless your Jinchu is quite nicely stacked up, because you've got all this time to you know, do him up, invest a little bit into him, of course. So you've also got that to play around with. So that's just my honest opinion on things, of course. That's what I would suggest. And yeah, that's Goto Ryuji in a nutshell. So, but look, he's cool. He's cool. He's cool. He's got the drip. He's got the drip. He's got the aura. That's all I care. I'm joking. That's not. He's a good character. I'm not gonna take that away. He's a fantastic character.